Hello and welcome! My name is Luigi from BlueStacks team, and today we are gonna take a look on Gacha games. But what are Gacha games? You might think. Gacha, as a matter of fact, it's a vending machine brand, very popular in Japan, that looks like this. Each machine contains small action figures, and your goal is to catch them all. Okay, but what does this have to do with anything? Starting with Japan, the term gacha has been used since 2010 to identify games that require collecting many characters, mixed with RPG mechanics and usually associated with virtual currency. The Western mobile market has adapted very quickly to gacha games and has developed many similar titles. Idol Heroes, Night Chronicles, and Looney Tunes are among the best known examples of these games. However, Japan still remains the leader of such games, and therefore they are constantly developing new titles for the Asian market. Only some of them is translated to English and presented to the Western market. And if you don't know Japanese, Chinese or Korean, you cannot play a significant part of these gacha games. Well, at least you couldn't play until now. The real-time in-game translation feature lets you translate everything to your local language. In other words, you don't have to wait to any game to be translated to English or any other language. And using our translation feature, you can expand your gaming library and start playing every gacha game as soon as they are released. If you want to know more about this feature, make sure to check this video I did right here. Don't worry, I'll accompany you in this journey and let you know how to play the best gacha games on BlueStacks. But first, let's start with some basic information. We can list the common feature of gacha games as follows. You collect new characters by some sort of summoning feature. The results are completely random, so there's no way to know in advance what you get. Usually speaking, the more currency you have, the better your chances to get rare heroes. The heroes' rarity level are usually determined by the number of stars they have, and as you can guess, the more stars they have, the rarest they are to collect, possibly having to take quite a long time to do so. You can strengthen your heroes in a variety of ways. Leveling up is one of the main methods, but it's not the only option. You can also sell your heroes, or sacrifice? Sorry about that. Anyway, you can change, I guess, low-level characters to get better ones. Using equipment and upgrades are also an important part of this process. The battle system is usually based on rock, paper, scissors dynamics. Each hero belongs to a group of elements such as fire, water, earth, etc. And each element has an advantage and a disadvantage against each other. Water class heroes can inflict more damage to earth class heroes, electric do more damage to water, fire to grass, well, you know the drill. When you reach the end game, you need to constantly repeat some sort of dungeon or tower to get some of the most rarer heroes and equipment, progressing through waves of enemies that can become very powerful, requiring you to farm and spend a lot of resources on your heroes. Here are some mobile Japanese gacha games you can play on BlueStacks. Let's start with Yakuza Online. Yakuza is one of the most popular series of Sega, and now you can play on mobile devices. No one has any idea of when the global version of the game will be released, but that doesn't matter to us. With the BlueStacks translation feature, you can start playing without having to wait. Join the protagonist Ichiban Kazuka, I hope I said it right, and clear the underground world with your fists. If you like Nier Automata and Drake Guard games, we have some good news. Yoko Taro, director of both, is also developing Xenolis for Square Enix. This gacha game is already quite popular and the global version is expected to be released by the end of 2019. Well, but we don't have to wait. We can start playing immediately. And finally, are you ready to go back to Australia? Redive offers 19 different worlds to explore and continues the story of the first Princess Connect game. The game unfortunately will probably never be localized for Western markets, But don't worry, you still can play in English using the real-time in-game translation feature of BlueStacks. Those are just a few of the many great mobile gacha games available. And making this list was quite hard, because I haven't mentioned some great awesome games. But that's it for now, and remember, you can play any gacha games or any game in the matter using BlueStacks, so make sure to download it in the link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching, see you in game, bye bye!